Hello Guitarland, it's Mark from Lot More Guitar Studio. Welcome to part 2 of my favorite licks from Paul David's Improv Challenge YouTube video, featuring 5 more great licks from 5 more incredible guitar players. Let's check it out. Lick number 1 comes from Tyler Larson from Music Is Win and happens at 15 minutes and 46 seconds into the video and sounds something like this. I love the way he starts off this lick with this sliding motif. He's going to slide into the 7th fret of the 3rd string and then pick the 5th fret of the 3rd string twice. So you're kind of sliding from nowhere. It's just kind of a grace note slide. But you really want to make sure you land on that 7th fret real solid. So now, after that, he's going to go slide back to the 7th and pick the 5th only once, and then slide back again. And then pick the 5th twice. So we have this. Then he does the same exact notes, but up in the 10th position from the 12th fret 4th string to the 10th fret 4th string. Sometimes the frustrating thing about guitar, you can play the same notes in a different spot, but it's also cool because you get a different timbre up here. So that whole sliding motif. Same notes there. Then he's going to ascend up the C major / A minor pentatonic scale with a slight palm mute on it. So we might know this as pattern number 3. We go into the 12th fret 6th string, then 10th fret 5th, then 12th fret 5th, then 10th fret 4th, then 12th fret 4th. So then we're going to shift back to the 9th fret on the 3rd string, 12th fret on the 3rd string, then 10th fret of the 2nd, and there he's going to jump to the 12th fret of the 1st string. So then we're going to go back to the 10th fret 1st string. Then you're going to grab the 13th fret of the 2nd string and bend it 3 times. Okay, so he does that 3 times. So that was 3. Now after the 3rd time, while you're still bending in the air, he's going to kind of bring it down slightly and then slide up while still on the bend. Real cool sound. So instead of just jumping up, you could have also bent up again, but it looks like he does a little slide there. And then that targets the E flat note for the F sharp minor. Such a great bend there. So 3 times, 13th fret, then slide up to 14. And then kind of goes back to the 13th fret, brings it down. I think he actually grabs the G string there too. He's got a nice kind of tense release of that bend there. One more time slow for this lick, starting with the sliding motif. Now send up the scale. And then bring it down. And finish on that C note, 13th fret, 2nd string. Let's move on to lick number 2. Lick number 2 is from Danish Pete and happens at 18 minutes and 39 seconds into the video and sounds something like this. Classic C major to C minor pentatonic blues lick here, but I just love the way he phrases it. He plays the first line really staccato. So we have 8th fret of the 2nd string, 10th fret of the 2nd string, 8th fret of the 1st string, and then back to the 10th fret 2nd. So that's kind of like C major pentatonic there. So then he gives a slight half step bend on the 10th fret of the 1st string, and then And he's picking real staccato here, so it's like, you know. So a little half step bend, then release it, pick it on the 10th fret, and then 8th fret. So then you're going to jump up to the 11th fret. So here we got C minor, right? So he's going to give a slight bend to that note on the 11th fret, and then come down. So we've got half step bend on the 11th fret first string, down just picking it. Then we're going to come down C minor blues. So that's going to be back to the 8th fret of the first string, pull off the 11th fret of the second to the 8th fret, and then kind of slide back or pull off if you want from 11 to 10, back down to 8 on the 3rd string. So then you're going to come all the way down to 10th fret of the 4th string, then back up to the 3rd string, play the 8th fret, and then hammer on the 10th, then roll your first finger over to the 2nd string 8th fret, and then back to the 3rd string on the same fret, 8th fret, and he gives it a little, again, quarter half step bend. These things are so prevalent in the blues. It's a great way to finish it. So, and again, that E flat note is kind of, you know, targeting the F sharp minor. So one more time, the whole thing. That's my favorite lick from Danish Pete. Let's move on to lick number 3. Lick number 3 comes to us from Dan Steinert and happens at 21 minutes and 43 seconds into the video, and sounds something like this. Okay, we have a slightly longer phrase here, but I just love the way it all connected, so I left it in. He's going to start out doing some chord shapes. So we have a C chord here. He kind of just picks it up and down. So I'm going from the 4th string, so 10th fret, then 3rd string 9th, and then 2nd string 8th, and 1st string 8th. And then he kind of goes back and forth between the 2nd string and the 1st act. Then he's going to grab an E7 flat 9 chord, which is functioning here as an E7, and it's really looks like a G sharp diminished chord also. So we've got 6th string 4th fret, 3rd string 7th, 2nd string 6th, and 1st string 7th. Now he slides that up, and every 4 frets these 4 notes repeat in a different order, but it's the same 4 notes. So he slides that up, and he kind of picks, you know, strums and then picks the top string. So I'm sliding that up, so my first finger is now on the 9th fret, and these 2 fingers are on the 10th. So exact same shape. So, and I'm not sure exactly where he's picking from, but you could just pick the 3rd and 1st string there on that slide up. All right. After that chord slide, we have, he does 1st string 10th fret. He's going to pick it. He kind of rakes up a little bit and up, slides up to the 11th fret and then back to 10. Right? Then we're going to bend the 10th fret a full step and then come down from the 8th fret 1st string, 10th fret 2nd, 9th fret 2nd, 8th fret 2nd, then 3rd string 9th, then 4th string 10th. It's kind of an extended line here. So we have, I might have left out the 10th fret there. So it's 10th fret 3rd string, 9th fret 3rd string, 10th fret 4th string. So as soon as you hit that 4th string, you immediately jump to the 5th string, slide up to the 12th fret, then back up to the 4th string, 10th fret. So we have, from there, you're going to slide to the 14th fret of the 4th string, then the 12th fret of the 3rd string, and then the 13th fret of the 2nd string. So let's go back to that for a second. Then he's going to jump to the 2nd string, 15th fret, bring it down, bend it up a full step, bring it down. So 15, 13 there. Then you're going to jump to the 13th fret of the 3rd string. And that's the major third of the E7 chord of the moment, just so we know where that note is coming from. Then you're going to go back to the 2nd string, 15th fret. Same thing, bend, pick 15, then 13. Then you're going to slide into the 14th fret of the 3rd string, and then pick the 13th fret 2nd string. Then jump up to the 1st string, 15th fret, give it a bend and a release. And then we're going to do this kind of pedal steel major lick, bending the 15th fret of the 2nd string. And then pinky hits, or whatever finger you want, 1st string, 15th fret. Kind of let that ring together. So that's a longer phrase there. Let's go slowly through the whole thing. That was lick number 3 from Dan Steinert. Let's check out lick number 4. My next favorite lick comes from Ben Levin and happens at 24 minutes and 34 seconds into the video. Sounds something like this. He starts this one off with a rake into the 12th fret of the 1st string. And then you're going to pick the 15th fret. And then the 17th, you're going to slide off of it. So, and then slide right back to the 12th. So that's all on the 1st string there. Then we go to the 2nd string and pick the 15th fret, 13th, back to 15th. Then he does a bend here. And he kind of stops the pitch in the air and then picks it again and brings it immediately down. So it's kind of like that. It's a nice effect. So far. Then there's a little rake here into the 13th fret 2nd string, 15th fret 2nd string, slide up to the 17th fret. Then come back, put your first finger on the 2nd string, 13th fret, and then the pinky on the 16th fret of the 3rd string. So that's a really cool interval there. It's a minor 2nd, very dissonant. Then he brings it back to the same pitch actually, but on the 2nd string, 12th fret, picks that one. And then almost, this isn't quite a rake, but he just kind of falls down the strings with the pick. So you can kind of bring, almost rake the pick backwards here. And we're going to go 14th fret, 3rd string, pull off to the 12th, and then into the 14th fret of the 4th string. So the whole lick slow. Let's move on to lick number 5. Lick number 5 comes to us from Chris Buck, and it happens at 27 minutes and 2 seconds into the video, right at the beginning of his solo. Sounds something like this. what an incredible solo this is. And honestly, I chose the first lick because it's the only one I can reasonably replicate. It's just a gorgeous solo, and his touch is impeccable. Let's look at what he's doing here. We've got a slide into the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. He uses his fingers, so I'm going to use my fingers here also. So we're going to slide into that 3rd string 2nd fret. Then we're going to pick the 2nd string 1st fret and go back to the 3rd string. So then we're going to grab the 2nd string 3rd fret and bend it up. But you do that with no vibrato, so it just kind of sits there for a second. Then you bring it down slightly, but don't come off the string. Slide immediately to the 6th fret and bend that up a whole step. So it's a little hard to do it slow, but... So again, just a great sound. And then, while that's in the air, he plucks that note and slides back to the 3rd fret, 2nd string. So, then we kind of answer it with, so we've got 3rd string, 2nd fret again, then 1st fret of the 2nd string, back to the 3rd string, and then 3rd fret, 2nd string. Then he hits the back pickup and does the same lick again. So we've got a slightly more trebly sound here. Then now when you're in the, so I'm going to do the same lick again, bending the 2nd string a whole step. And then kind of like Pete Thorne, we're going to slide up and back and pull off here. So then he slides. So here, let me just do that one more time. So you're kind of doing like a quick slide up and down and then pull off to the 1st finger. Then we go to the 6th fret of the 4th string and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Now that's great. It's the major 3rd and the flat 7 of E7. So it's a great, really outlines that E7 chord, but doesn't do the root like that. He does the flat 7. That's a great sound. So again, your root is here, and that's your intervals there, the 3rd and the flat 7. So, and then we're going to finish this phrase out by sliding into the 7th fret of the 4th string, a quick up and down, and then to the 3rd string 5th fret, and then the 2nd string 5th fret. So it's kind of hard to do that slow. His articulations are so great. But let me try to do one more time slow for you. Gorgeous lick from Chris Buck. Definitely check out his full solo. I hope you enjoyed this edition of my favorite licks and picked up a few ideas that you can use in your own playing. If you'd like to take lessons with me, either online or in person, you can contact me at lotmoreguitar.com. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.